Hello there, everyone. I am Yasmin West on behalf of Radio Bob, and I am here with Jeff Perdue Adkins. And he recently attended Spencer Jones' Breakthrough Experience in person in Chicago, had a wonderful time, and he's here to tell us all about his experience there and what he got out of it, how it helped his business and his coaching, and how he thinks it can help you. So, Jeff, I'll let you go ahead and introduce yourself and give us an idea of how it all went for you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Yasmin. It was such a amazing event. Of course, my alarm goes off right there. How are you? How are you? What is your experience in the moment? That's reminding me. Do um, this was such a phenomenal event. From the moment we walked in till the moment we left, just everything was well done, well executed, and yeah, it was just phenomenal is the word that comes to mind, right? It started with a big, huge dance number.
I
Yay!
saw that. Yeah, that looked fun.
It was so funny. It's not what you're expecting at all, right?
Right, right.
For the show to start with the dance number. But if you think about it, all the good shows starts with a good dance number. So we should have just been okay. Um, and from there, it wasn't like you could tell it was set up differently and not like normal events from that moment. Um, I would definitely I am definitely going next year. That's not a question. It's kind of like I'm almost retired at this point. Uh, you know, that I would put on my radar. The
Right.
speakers that he had. So every hobby, he is absolutely brilliant. If you guys don't know Javier Santana, definitely meet that man. He does marketing and design and web design, and he has a full service ad agency.
Yeah, I think he actually I think Bob coordinated with him on some logo stuff because we sponsored the event as much as
Yeah,
we could.
yeah.
So
No, no,
yeah,
it was
we wanted to support that. So and Javier, he I've noticed just the little things that he did for us. I was like, wow, yeah, he's very talented and creative. So
yeah, and it was really great because I'm a creative. I've been designing websites and everything since 1997. So I mean, it's something that is in me, and he takes it to such a different level, and he got to bring out some things from me even that I
wow.
was like, oh, just in the talking about how to be creative, how to continue to be creative, because one of the hard parts for creative people is that sometimes it's like, okay, it all looks the same, it's all there, it's all you know, eh. It gets me,
Yeah,
eh.
it's easy to fall into, I guess, probably a template that works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a template of boredom, uh, not quite inspired by anything. I've definitely fallen into that. I may or may not have fallen into that trap lately. Um, and then we had, so he took us through an exercise that I had a very physical reaction to. Like
Oh,
literally, I felt like I was going to throw up through this whole thing.
yeah, I saw your
And,
Facebook post. I'm
right,
like, oh, I gotta know more.
right. So we were changing the emotion around a memory.
Okay.
It was so powerful. It was so great. And I've been through things that were very similar before, but
Hmm.
this one, for some reason, this moment, this thing made me feel like I was going to throw up. Okay. Now, Sean, who was the host, did he posted, he said on stage right after it, I was physically ill for that. And I'm like, I had just posted that in the group. So I'm like, I just want you all to know I said it first. um, but it was something that you got a physical reaction to. It was something that was completely deep, uh, completely changed. Like I thinking back at that moment now, I can't feel anything. And it was a bruise in my life.
Yeah.
So um
I've heard some interesting things about that, a lot of our emotional trauma is actually stored in the tissues of our body. And so, when we get those physical reactions, that's because we're releasing stuff, right? So,
yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I almost 3 times during that talk I left was thinking I gotta leave. I need to go and
yeah.
like take care of this. And to hear Sean say the same thing kind of validated that moment, which was nice. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. All
You
right. It
weren't the
wasn't just
only
me.
one.
I'm not the only one that's having like serious reactions to a talk.
Yeah.
Um, and they were all that good. Spencer always with the energy sovereignty, and he got real in ways that invulnerable on stage that was touching and heartbreaking and relatable, and definitely played with the feels um
Right.
to really understand one of the big themes was is that you're not alone. We all go through
Yeah.
this stuff. It's not like, just because he's the prince of positivity, does he, spend his days, walking on rainbows and yeah, and seeing butterflies all over, amazing. And then Katie, I will never forget Katie. You, she's next to Spencer, she kind of holds back. She's a little more reserved. So it's easy to it's easy to kind of look over her impact sometimes,
Yeah.
and it's at your detriment. That woman is such a phenomenal person, just period. And when she speaks, she got into some of her story. And one of the things she talked about is being invisible, feeling invisible.
Oh, that's a good one,
And yeah,
especially for the introverts out there.
for the introverts, right? Because she
Yeah.
is, you could tell she's an introvert, especially next to Spencer, who is like,
He's like,
hello,
"Woo!"
darling. He's amazing. Love him. But he's like, when he's in public, he's on 10. He's
Yeah,
on 10, even if he's sitting there. He's on 10. He doesn't even
yeah,
have to open his mouth. He's on 10. And what Katie did, which was so phenomenal, is she brought out a cardboard cutout of herself.
oh, okay.
And she talked about how sometimes even when she's there, it's like she's that cardboard board cutout. And how to kind of get out of that and to address it with people who may be treating you like that cardboard cutout.
Yeah, especially for the people that aren't so loud and out there. Yeah, I mean, I was a very shy kid, so I can definitely relate to that. So,
Yeah, it's definitely it was one of those moments um, that I realized I was one of those people that didn't necessarily hold her at. Not that I didn't like her, not that I didn't love her, not that I didn't ask her things, but uh, I may not have went to her as much as I would go to Spencer.